Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I am Sir Joseph and this is Baldur's Gate 3. We have finally got to the unbreakable will of the Nether Brain. We have to kill it. Alright, the Nether Brain is too powerful for even the momentary god's magic. Caresses compulsion. Could not dominate it completely. The spell has instead bound the brain's will in place temporarily. To complete the domination, you must strike it down. Psychic Retribution. The Nether Brain permits no interference. As a reaction to taking damage, it releases brain quakes. Okay. We got 5 turns to kill it. Got any resistances that I didn't notice? No resistances, so we can hit it with everything we got. All right. Ow.
Is weakening. We have the upper hand. Time to end this. Oh, we no longer control Mizora. Problems with controlling the there. Okay, fingers are in the wrong spot. Not allowed in. Try next turn.
This is good. There you are, you wretched thing. Time to die.
Ooh, there's a lot of red over there. If anything my years of playing games taught me is if something is red, it's bad news. Especially if it wasn't read before.
This is it! Its will is weakening!
Don't waste a step.
Oh, use that, so... Next turn, we'll go haul ham hog on this thing. Just gotta get Will in here now. Oh man, Will is beat up.
Now is the chance! Its will is weakening! Eliminate the nether brain and let the Sword Coast be free!
Will needs healing bad.
Fleet of foot.
Well, out of spell slots too, huh? Alright, I have a feeling we need to get off of these, because, you know... Available next turn, okay. Let's run over here. We got him down to 215. Telekinesis won't help. Sleep won't help. No. Evidently, I didn't do anything that I meant to do there.
Got to focus. Got to press on.
Alright, Will's blocking the way. Okay. How's everybody doing? Everybody's beat up. Let's... Too far away. Oh. Oh, Mass Cure Heal is a level 5 slot. Can I throw in a planar ally now? There we go. Good job, Axe.
Obey! Thrall.
Oh. Okay, yeah, that was good of me to not stay there.
Hungry for the slaughter.
Okay, not on a bad
Don't linger.
thing here, so... You're not a fiend, you're not a humanoid, that's darkness, that's arcane interference, that's acid, fire, ice, lightning, roaring thunder. Construct, monstrosity. Aberration. Aberration slaying. There we go. We got it almost halfway down with 3 turns to go.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Can't topple it. Oh, I need to heal bad. But it's not really attacking. It is attacking some. Let's go ahead and use the healing potion. We missed. That sucks.
Battle favors the fearless.
Alright, so they are in a terrible spot. Oh, and we don't have any move. Okay, dang it.
Making a move.
No spell slots. Ah. like it's going to hit all of this, and I don't want it to hit all of that. Anything you can do here, I don't think there's much that's going to really help. Let's do a mass cure. Can't cure the axe, okay.
Take you.
Alright, Axie. Good job, Axie.
Impossible. Denial.
Alright, what do we got? Starian's gonna go away. This one here is not red, so he's got a place to escape to. Alright, Deva. Ooh, nice. There's 3 hit points left. Got him.
Impossible. Pain. Fear. Terror. Reconsider. Assess. Implore. Surrender.
Subdued at last, it begs for its life.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute.
It pleads because it knows I'm its master. I will finish this.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of the Emperor's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
Go ahead. Command the brain to destroy all tadpoles, and then itself.
My master. I must obey. I must end.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn mythics. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then gravity.
And then gravity. Man, that thing is big. It's not gonna make it. Those mind flayers are deep shit.
Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
Well, that tower is gone. If that's a it looks like the tower. There's nothing left in it. Except a dome.
I can't feel the tadpole. It's gone. We're free!
We did it. The Netherbrain is dead.
My mind is clear. Its burden lifted. When the Netherbrain died, the tadpoles died with it. No offense meant, of course. I can never forget what you did for us. For the city.
It makes little difference to me. I did what I had to secure my freedom. And in spite of your resistance to completing your evolution, you have proved a good ally.
We could not have done it without your help.
I'm glad you think so. I did my best.
And then all the dragons come down and burn everybody.
The Githyanki are departing in peace. Curious sight in a day already full of them. Speaking of Githyanki, what about you, Lae'zel? Will you be joining them?
The Netherbrain is dead. To slay a Geich was my sworn duty. I must call out to Tunorath. My ascension's at hand.
Forget ascension. Stay here. Make your own way, as your own master. Ooh, a 30. Probably not going to succeed. Oh, not even close.
My purpose was ordained before I hatched. Vlaakith is the wind that bears me and the fire that warms me. You are an honorable ally. I thought I would carry you. In truth, you oft carried me. I won't forget it. Silence now. I will speak the right. Vlaakith Barnasin. Vlaakith Ixaith. Vlaakith Tri-Nasaji. You quiver in spite of yourself. Lae'zel shouts to the astral plane, seeking an answer. And before long, she has one.
A little shake in the camera. She is a red dragon of her
dragon
own.
to carry me to Tunarath. The Queen's covenant is fulfilled. You look on as Lae'zel soars to an uncertain fate. With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Chiontha. Perhaps that's the best place for it. Away from the meddling of mortals and Mr. alike. It's not exactly the outcome Elminster hoped I would achieve, but it's the best I could do with the time his charm bought for me. I feel the faintest pricklings of hunger from the orb already. It will not remain under the sway of his spell forever.
Who needs forever? Keep it fed, and you've plenty of adventures still ahead of you.
Ahead of us, I hope. I've a feeling we've many more adventures to come. But it's a journey I'd rather set out on with a good meal and a rest to my name. And a nightcap wouldn't go amiss.
A nip, a dance, and a song. Don't mind if I do. I think we're due an evening's reprieve. What's our leader have to say?
The celebration sounds perfect.
Let's not forget the wine. I want to flush out my brain just to be completely sure the tadpole's gone.
I will not be joining you. I fear my presence will be no more welcome in the streets of the city than it ever was.
I never thought I'd be sorry to see a mind flayer go, yet here we are. Be safe.
I will miss you too.
Now that you no longer live in each other's minds, it's hard to tell if the mind flayer is being sincere, though perhaps no harder than it ever was.
I honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh, no. Oh, God. Well, it was nice when it lasted. Ah! I'm sorry. I have to go.
It seems that's the end of Astarion's love affair with the sun. That'll be hard on him.
Yeah, that would be rough.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you. Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do?
You are spectacular in every way.
So are you. My friend. My companion. I adore you. Careful! Hot! I never gave up. I did my best. I did my best. It's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? I wanted to live in my city with my friends. But life is for the living. And I saw... Goodbye, son. Goodbye, sea. Goodbye.
No, stop. I won't allow this. Karlak, you're coming with me. Back to Avernus. We can't let her die. Not like this. Not now.
You can't.
Go, Karlak. Will be with you. You won't be alone anymore.
So, what do you say? Die here now, or live on with the blade of Avernus at your side. Zariel won't touch you. I swear it, Karlak.
Fine. I'll go. Well, with you. But we have to go. Now. I can't hang on much longer.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid empire, no death god's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
I found the wagon full of mind flayers. Humorous.
Last night was perfect. Though I couldn't help lying there thinking about my parents before you stirred.
Number 2 is hilarious. You must miss them.
More than I thought would be possible, considering the short time we had. I gave them the release they asked for. Freed myself from Shah's grasp just as they wished for. But there's moments where I think I'd trade that to be able to see them again. Talk to them again. There's so much only they could have told me. But that's all gone now. I've got to move on. Find some place for myself.
There's a place for you by my side, if you want it.
I was hoping you'd say that. Whatever lies ahead will be far less daunting if I have you. It could be just like old times. Well, hopefully not exactly like old times. I think I've had enough camping and mortal peril for one lifetime.
There's a lot of post-credit stuff here.
Well, soldier, here we are. It worked. My engines calmed down. I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got. Gods, like clockwork. They'll be on us soon, but there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these. But then, there was you. Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tire you out, just get rid of them. And don't forget, you asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
They almost look like zombies.
Since the Netherbrain fell, you and Shadowheart have seen more of Faerun than you ever thought possible. She no longer shies from wolves or water. Nothing in the world frightens her anymore. And you feel you could face anything by her side. One day, you receive a letter passed to you by a stranger who bows with deference. An invitation to a gathering of the friends and allies who stood by your side in the fight against the Absolute. You waste no time in packing and set off on the long road back to where all of your adventures together began.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Oh, I've seen every corner of the realms. I just know what I like.
That's my mother's sitting room.
Tinned Withers Gathering. Let's find out what everybody's been up to. Alright. Shadowheart. Scratch! Nil-il. What's the cat?
Speak up.
Oh, right. You. Hello.
Gale's friend Tara, right? It's good to see you again.
Yes, I'm certain it is. As for you, well, I've heard congratulations are in order. You helped Mr. Dicarios save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right?
If that's what he told you, who am I to argue?
Well done. Despite my old friend's genius, he'd have blown himself up long ago if not for the help of friends like you and I. You ought to come visit myself and Gale when you're able, if you can extract yourself from what I'm sure are very important responsibilities.
I'd quite like that. Thanks for the invitation.
We'll send word by pigeon when we've need of you. I used to have a taste for them, but a great many things have changed in recent months. Ta-ta, darling.
Breathe deep and move.
Ah, there you are. Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in. Professor Gale Dicarios of Blackstaff Academy, educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. A pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
Only a professor? With your expertise, I'd have thought you could teach every kind of magic going.
I did offer, as a matter of fact. However, the Blackstaff insisted I couldn't teach every subject, nor could the simulacra of myself I offered to create for that purpose. So I've settled for teaching the art of illusion. Magic to confound the senses, to render the impossible into reality, and to allow expression of that most magical attribute of all, imagination. I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating due to my, explosive former reputation. I seem to put the fear of the gods into them. Or the fear of Mystra, to be more specific. She sought me out. Not long after, we went our separate ways, and assured me neither she nor the orb should pose me any threat in the future. Of course, it's still in there. A constant reminder of my former hubris. And a surprisingly effective means of keeping my more disobedient students in line. Perhaps a tad too effective. And I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
You used to take yourself rather seriously, you know.
I did. But meeting you, traveling the strangest of roads together, I learned to see myself differently. See the weave differently. In fact, I've actually been considering writing down the story of our adventures. The true tale of our flawed but ultimately endearing troupe, and the trials and tribulations we overcame. I can hardly leave it to the likes of Volo to give a true account of our adventures. And no one would believe him if he did.
That odious man truly frizzles my whiskers. Long-haired miniature dragon, he calls me. Tressym is much less of a mouthful.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned?
Our journey together granted me unprecedented clarity. I feel more connected to my key than ever.
From you, I'd expect nothing less. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'd be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you.
Perhaps Shadowheart and I can give the lecture together.
I don't see why not. Two heads are better than one. Unless you're dealing with an Etin. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower. It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come. Oh, my knees are aching terribly.
Must mean rain.
Hopefully not during the party.
Baldur's Mouth Gazette.
I have missed this
Absolute
place.
emergency over. Declares
And these
Fist.
people.
Last illicits routed from sewers.
Well,
Criminals
some people.
consolidate. Guild uses rebuilding effort to expand power. Baldur's Mouth editor resigns. Linked to Gortash regime unfounded. Devil's feed down on its luck. Boycott continues amidst infernal rumors. Saloonite outpost decimated by unknown assailant. Now protected by the sword of Saloon, Dame Island. Head banker deposed at counting house. That was cool. We got Scratch. Volo. There's Will. Astarion. Let's talk to Astarion.
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And you're looking more delicious than ever, if you don't mind me saying. Whatever you've been doing with your time, it clearly worked wonders.
You can thank my partner for that. Being with them has been a blessing.
Love is a powerful tonic. And where better to celebrate our good fortune? An old haunt with old friends.
Last time I saw you, you were running from the sun. What happened?
Exactly what I feared. Without the protection of our little friends, I was just an ordinary spawn again. Burning in the sun. I fled the dock and found refuge in the shadows until night fell. Part of me was relieved you left so quickly after the battle. I felt ashamed. Like I'd lost everything. Just as you claimed your victory. I didn't want you to see me like that. But time lent perspective. It wasn't your victory, it was ours. And for all I'd lost, I'd gained so much more. I had freedom, strength, a whole new life. And it was time to live it. I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
Astarion, one of the good guys. Who would have thought?
Let's not get carried away, darling. I'm still me. Perhaps more me than I've ever been.
So what's next for you? Going to keep living the good life?
Hardly. Good people don't spend as much time lurking in the dark as I do. You know, it's funny. At first, I thought I was trapped by the shadows, cursed to live in them forever. But in time, I realized that darkness is as much a part of me as my fangs. This is only a curse as long as I refuse to embrace the shadows. So, I decided I would. I decided not to be defined by the choices other people made, by what other people did to me. My past may be done, but my present, my future, they're mine. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse.
I'm glad to hear it. Acceptance looks good on you.
That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
Okay.
A beautiful night. I wish it could last
Have your
forever.
associates always been so ugly?
Right. Time to talk to Volo.
Now,
You to be cruel.
ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
It's wonderful to see you, Volo. How have you been?
Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book on the subject of our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
I love it.
I knew you would. Perhaps once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
Starian. Gale, let's go talk to Karlak.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He wasn't kidding. Withers, you mad bastard! You brought me back! Soldier. It's really you. I've missed you, man. Like, I've really missed you. And you're so clean.
I've missed you too.
I'd say so. Can't think of who's been carrying your pack now that Kay's out of commission. Man, we had some good times. Wish Will and I had more time to reminisce, but surviving Avernus is just non-stop. Still, having him there has been incredible. You really can get through anything with someone you love at your side. Oh, but hey, guess what we found? Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge! Our current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside of Avernus. You haven't seen the last of old Karlak yet, soldier.
I'm so glad to hear you might be able to fix your heart. You must be so happy.
Trying not to count my owlbears before they've hatched. But the thought of coming back to Baldur's Gate keeps me going. Can I look you up when I'm out?
You had better, or I'll hunt you down myself.
Hey, that would be kind of fun, though. High stakes hide and seek. Honestly, I'd be curious to see if you could land a blow or two. Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise.
Forgotten Troubadour.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice.
No, please carry on playing.
Suppose I'll get back to it then.
Well, who are you?
Cool, fresh air.
Right?
By the living gods, I do.
Come now, out with it. Would be a shame to leave a party like this bereft of music too long.
I never got your name.
Milil. Though if the lack of song prayers is anything to go by, that name carries less weight than it used to.
Musical prayers were once offered to Milil, Lord of Song, a minor deity whose worship faded after offending the trickster god Cyric.
I'm washed up, I'm afraid.
I disagree. It's an honor to be serenaded by Milil, Lord of Song.
You know? You're bloody right. It is an honor. Finally. The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can I do you for?
I'd like you to change the song.
Your wish is my... etc. What song do you want?
Do you have any new compositions? Something that's never been heard before?
Fantastic idea. It'll suit the whole affair perfectly.
There you are. I was hoping you'd make your way over. There
Chat with
you
Will.
are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
Success!
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
I smell fragrant flowers and a mysterious accent I can't quite place.
Forest trees draped in moss. Bittersweet, smoky, and that faintest hint of vanilla. A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlach and I have felled enough Cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlach can fill you in.
Will looks like he's a refugee from Mad Max. And Mizora? What part does she play in all this?
She's kept me on a long leash, if you can believe it. Every target she's set me on's been a demonic intruder. Tenari assassins who slip into Avernus. Armonites that amass near the sticks. My next target's the most challenging yet, or so she says. I don't know much more. Only that it's no demon, but a devil. I'm not worried. Not when Karlach's got my back. I swear she could scare the eyes off a beholder.
You had any time to visit your father?
I've seen him more than a few times. And he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last Fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but he's teaching the Fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart.
I've missed traveling with you. You were a pleasure to be around.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side. Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Hey. Ah, wrong button.
Good song, good company, and good wine from the looks of it.
Suddenly I had a spot of deja vu.
She had heart in her bare feet. She is in her bare feet. What have you been up to since we last met?
He snaps the air and wiggles. He's either miming fighting a many-limbed creature or dancing. It's unclear. He is, however, exhausted. He's had plenty of adventures without you.
I think it's about time someone looked after you. How about with me and Shadowheart?
The joy in the owlbear's eyes is clear. He longs for a home and would love to stay with Shadowheart.
There's something strange in your old friend's mouth. What is it?
I'm so glad Withers remembered to invite my favorite companion.
Scratch barks merrily in something like agreement.
He seems excited in a way you recognize. He wants you to throw the object he's dropped. But it isn't a ball. It's the astral prism.
Where the hell did you find this, boy?
He whines. Less talk, more throw.
Scratch, come here, boy.
dirt, but there is something about this spot. Some magic in the air.
So it's empty and quiet. Scratch is such a good boy. No Lae'zel. Let's go talk to Shadowheart.
Didn't expect to be nervous. But seeing everyone here like this, it's strange, isn't it? I feel like I must have dreamed the last few months. Now I'm waking up back in camp with my hair smelling like wood smoke and fallen leaves stuck to my backside.
Your backside is just fine. Trust me, I've been checking regularly.
Oh, I've noticed. Ever since I first slipped into my camp garments, I should think. So, we should divvy up what we tell people about what we've been doing these past few months. I'd hate to be a bore that comes along and regurgitates the same story to someone moments after you've told them. Any ideas?
I'm your willing accomplice in all things. What do you think is worth telling?
Well, there's the visit to the House of the Moon, fending off Sharan assassins. That stray imp that joined us. Bing Bong, wasn't it? We've squeezed in a lot. And I'm glad I got to share it all with you. I'm sure we'll have them hanging off our every word. I'll leave you to do some mingling, unless you need anything else.
Come here. Let me hold you.
Why? Are you expecting to be gone for long? All right. I could get lost in those arms.
What I truly need is a kiss.
That can be arranged. Almost a shame we're with company. I'd be tempted to let you whisk me away someplace quiet.
I'll be back soon. Enjoy yourself.
With music in the air and wine flowing, I think I'll manage. Don't get into trouble, but if you must, fetch me first.
All right. I was talking to everybody. I guess it's time to go find Withers. Kind of a shame Lae'zel's not here. Ah.
Readers
Fingers
can
in the wrong
pluck
spot.
wine from all over the world, but is there one bottle of fresh blood?
Thou searchest for the strongest warrior amongst thine band, Lae'zel, who ascended to the stars. And now she is gone.
What do you mean, gone?
It is as she wished. It is as all Githyanki wish. I asked thee once, what is the value of a single life? For many of the Gith, it can be measured. A single evening's supper for the Lich Queen. To be ascended is to be consumed.
You think you're practical? She is more used to Vlaakith alive.
Vlaakith's hunger has known the heads of 50,000 of her subjects. But Lae'zel was, perhaps, greater than the rest. I know not where Lae'zel of Kalir is. I cannot sense her presence.
I should try to find her.
Perhaps thou could. Know this. Her courage never faltered, her soul never waned. She accomplished all she e'er sought out. If she had fallen in battle, she would never have known regret. If she'd been killed in her duty, she would have known herself true. If Vlaakith claimed her, it was Lae'zel's honor to be claimed.
I think I've caught up with everyone. What comes next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
To the greatest friends I could ever dream of.
To you.
All right. Looks like we did it. We got through. Oh,
there thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou sought to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools. Everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
Withers is kind of a badass. We got more? We do not. All right. That was a huge prologue. Kind of cool, though. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. As always, like, subscribe, and comment. This has been Baldur's Gate 3, and you guys are amazing. All right. We'll start up something new here in the next day or two. Thank you so much again. Until next time, stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you later.